Recording. I can't hear you. You're not plugged in. Hi, it's Robot Ben. While those clowns fuck about with that, I thought I'd jump in and rattle off 5 quick tips for battling your night shift. 1. Eat a good meal before your shift. No quick slice of toast whilst running out the door. You know, all she had to do was plug in her microphone. Human Ben does everything else. Anywho, tip 2. Be mindful of your caffeine after midnight. Tip 3. Meal prep something. Anything high in protein and fibre, and bring any higher protein snack you can stomach that you can wolf down before all the dying and bell ringing starts. Those patients are so selfish. It's all me. Tip 4. Have a light snack before bed. Your sleep is shit enough without you devouring a buffet before sleepy time. Tip 5. Before your next shift, do any form of exercise you can stomach. Maybe that's a 15-minute walk with some good music or this podcast, or YouTubing a 15-minute yoga or stretching routine. And if you really want to, bouncing around your living room for 15 mins doing the latest bit of Joe Wicks shit. Lean in 15. Hey, if it gets you pushing your health from the pools of life, I'm all for it. If you've got nothing better to do, then stick around for a laugh and an accidental, actionable health tip or two. Oh, and we review the film Collateral. Fiona recommends half a true crime episode, and Human Ben will tell you why being happy is so bloody hard. Oh, it looks like the rambling narcissist and the Irish cankle have figured it out. So back to the show.
I'll set up before I even come out here. Can you turn me down a bit? I'm too loud. Jesus.
No.
Turn me down. I don't like it. I'm echoey. It's horrible.
Yeah?
I don't want to hear myself in my ear.
Is that going up or down?
Down. Keep going down. Down.
You need to be able to hear your voice.
Yeah, I can hear my voice, Ben. I don't want to hear it.
And you think I do?
I'll keep it down, Ben. No, that's very loud, Ben. It's too loud. That's still the exact same. Hello. Still the same. Hello. That's better. I'm not as echoey. Don't stop. Don't twist it back. There. That'll do. That's still very echoey.
Oh, we are recording. Oh,
you told me.
We are recording. Yeah. No, it's on. Yep. So, okay, let's clap then. Let's clap.
So on 3, but just slightly after 3. So when I say 3, then clap. Okay.
Oh, I'm already getting stressed about editing this.
2, 3. Oh, that went well.
Better than last week. Oh, I'm already getting stressed. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Ben's back. Stressed again.
Side profiles.
Oh.
Not good.
So good morning, everyone. Push Pull Health here.
Episode 1. So we've had our intro.
Oh.
I've got all the stress out of my body. I'm feeling good. Look how limber I am. Look how unstressed I am. And now this is it. This is the big time. I've got to start dropping some knowledge. Still pretty cold, even with the dressing gown and the pyjamas on. I'm not talking into the mic. Still pretty cold in here. Another frosty morning. In more ways than one.
There's a bit of tension here.
We argue quite a lot.
Quite a lot is putting it mildly.
So it's Push Pull Health episode 1. So all the shit we talked about last week, we're now going to start trying to implement all that shit into this.
And I'm just here for the ride.
I'm already stressed about the fact of how difficult it's going to be to line up the audio. Yeah, you see, you have to line up the audio with the video. Nobody cares. That's why they just care about the content. I'm cold. I've got all the layers on and I'm still cold.
Ben, you've got a t-shirt on. I'm the one with layers. I've got 2 pairs of trousers on, a t-shirt, a long sleeve top, a fleece.
We've got big heaters behind us and it's not doing anything. People don't like that. They want to get to the facts.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm going to make sure I'm going to cover up my logo this week because we had some issues last week with Fiona remembering the tagline. So,
can you just...
No, you should know it by now. It's all I talk about.
Batman is all I see.
So,
is that the logo?
Did we remember last week to actually say what my philosophy is, my ethos of Push Pull Health? We said the tagline, which is...
Pushing your health from the poles of life.
Oh.
Yes, it is. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing every day. I want people to embrace their rotten attitude to fitness. No. It's exercise and nutrition. That's what it is. And fitness and health. That's what I'm doing. I have a rotten attitude. Not as rotten as yours, but it's pretty rotten for most things in life. So I want people that have got a rotten attitude to exercise and to dieting. Why is your finger shaking?
Because you're slamming things down.
Thank God
Ben.
for that bloody 50 quid fucking monstrosity. Look at it. Just look at this.
Focus.
It's wobbling. Why is it wobbling? Embrace your own attitude. That's what I'm all about. I want people to embrace their own attitude.
And where did you get the idea from, Ben?
What's fun?
Where did you get the idea from?
You tell me.
What two women in your life have Russian attitudes towards everything?
Oh, exercise and dieting. Yes, you, my mother. Yeah, but the whole point is a lot of people have, don't they? So it's getting people in. Define
Russian.
They dislike exercise. They've done exercise in the past that they have not enjoyed. Most people, everyone knows that it's probably best to try and do a bit of exercise, isn't it?
Yes.
Especially the older you get as well. But a lot of the time, people know that, don't they? But then they force themselves into exercise they don't really enjoy. Running, for example. I'm sure there's lots of people, I know there's lots of people who enjoy running. I can't fucking stand it.
Yeah, can I?
I don't mind running for football. I've done some football, some squash, bit of squash.
Squash?
Fine. Run for the ball, that's okay. I'm enjoying the sport. But just running, I've tried it. I've put the podcast in. It's
you can't run listening
dreadful.
to a podcast, though. You need pumping music.
Okay, whatever people do, whatever people's methods are for running. Some people love it. Good for them. That's great. If they found an exercise they enjoy, keep fucking doing it. There'll be loads of people out there. There'll be someone out there right now listening to this into their ear. This will be going into their ears. They might not be watching it on YouTube. They might go, do you know what? I want to listen to Pushable Health episode 1 whilst I'm on my run. And they'll be going, God, do you know what? This fucking sucks. This podcast doesn't. This is good.
Can I just ask a query?
I'm just going to finish.
Can I just ask a query about the swearing? I thought we weren't meant to be swearing.
Yeah, well, you need a little bit. You need a...
I'm not allowed to swear, but you are. Okay.
I'm concerned about the swearing because of the children. You know, I mentioned last week about... I'm fond of children. I'm fond of getting them involved in the show. There was
better way of putting it.
There was some confusion last week with maybe the terminology I was using. Again, I've watched it back. I've edited the video. I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I just want children involved.
Okay.
Okay. It worked okay for Michael Jackson. So, what was I saying? Yeah, running. So, yeah, exercise. You know, how much exercise have you done in the past that you just didn't enjoy?
Probably all of it.
Okay.
Bar the TRX. I like the TRX.
Right.
And kettlebells.
Yes.
I don't mind that.
Yes.
I don't mind Stairmaster at the gym. It's hard, but I don't mind it.
Right. Yeah, so there might be some strength training stuff in the gym, in the Pushable Health private 1-to-1 and 2-to-1 studio I have here in my mum's garage. Here it is. So there might be some stuff in here that we could work through together and find
TRX.
Stuff that you might not completely hate.
Not sure I could bring a good attitude to that, though.
I'm sure you could.
No.
I'm sure there's certain things that we could find that you could go, do you know what? This is palatable. I can just about stomach this, and it's good for my health.
Because I'm pushing my health towards from the pulse of my life.
Oh,
Can you please take your t-shirt off?
You're an embarrassment. I'm actually getting a little bit...
Oh, attention. Oh, good. I can see it now.
Derobe.
Why do you keep looking at that?
It's there. It's distracting. I hate it.
Right, focus.
Yeah. Oh, God. Come on. Okay. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Most people, not most people, some people, I don't know. Some people do not like exercise. A lot of people don't. Some people do it. They still hate it, but they do it. They do something. They go on their spin class once a week. Oh, we're going uphill. I'm just going to put the brake on.
I like spinning.
That's all it is.
I did like it.
That's all it is. Spin class, going uphill.
So now we know.
Just put the brake on. Just put the brake on. What are you... No, you're not going uphill. You're on a stationary bike. You just put the brake on. Push it. I've taught spin class. It's horrible. I hated it. Rubbish. But yet again, see, this, I have to be careful. I'm not here to demonize any form of exercise. If you genuinely enjoy spin class, you keep doing bloody spin class. You keep doing it. But when you get back at the end of the day, if you look in the mirror, yeah, you look in the mirror, okay, and you say to yourself, do I really enjoy spin class? Do I enjoy applying the brake, going uphill?
You see, I actually really enjoyed it.
Keep going.
I actually really enjoyed it because you pushed yourself.
Okay, good. So
you really pushed yourself.
So why haven't you gone out your way to do more spin then?
Because I'm fucking lazy.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Well, yes. Well, so
And
there's another barrier there then, isn't there?
It's a lot of energy to get back into something like that
Right.
because it is quite high intense. When you're doing it, when you do it once, you know you're not walking for a week. Like I couldn't get in and out of a car when I first started.
Right. Well, that's not ideal.
Yes,
though,
I
is
know
it?
that.
That's not ideal for most people.
But then it's your own thing. So the thing is, you do what you can do. So if you can't push yourself really, really fast, you don't do that. But unfortunately, I did that, and then I paid for it for a week, and I wasn't able to attend the midweek session. I was able to go to Friday, but then again, I was still sore going to the next session. But then eventually, it got better.
And it's hard if you have even for me.
It's hard to get back into it.
Every day I wake up and oh God, now I've got a gym. My commute to the gym is about 10 seconds. And I'm still just, oh God, not today. Oh. But also that, because it's hard. I don't just come in here and just lift a couple of bits away and go, oh, just getting it done. I'm doing that now because I've got other stuff going on. But I want to come in here and train. I want to train hard. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I want muscle. I want big muscle. You got to train hard.
You need to work on those legs, baby. Chicken legs.
We'll get to that later. When
was your leg day
Extremely offensive.
Because I've got big legs.
It's extremely offensive. And how does it work the other way around?
No, you're not allowed to give out to me.
Oh, well, that's
you're not allowed to say anything to me.
It's fascinating. So
moving on anyways, you know your ethos now.
So it's tough. It's tough.
Okay, not moving on. Okay.
So come here. Come to me. Come sit on like the children.
I thought you were going to tell people to come sit in your lap.
Yeah, maybe that's we don't condone that push for health. That's not what we're looking for.
We certainly don't.
If you come for
especially for female.
If you come for a consultation, there'll be the welcome video, probably the worst welcome video on the internet of a gym tour. But we will do another
shot
one.
That.
We'll do another one in the future. It's bad, really bad. But I'm just giving you a flavour of what to expect. You come in, we have a nice chat. We might do a little bit of exercise, probably not. I'm not trying to force you to do exercise initially. We're just going to have a chat about you. Find out about you. Like this. What exercise have you done in the past that you've enjoyed? Have you done any in the past that you've enjoyed? What can you stomach? What can you not stomach? What can we do for you? How can we start pushing your health? Let's figure it out together. And then before you go, or during, nice hot drink. What's your favourite cake? There it is. I've got it for you.
Will the client be allowed to get a word in edgeways? Because it's kind of difficult today.
Well, this is my show, but so I have to. So during the week when I'm speaking to clients, I'm listening. I'm performing active listening. I'm listening. Okay. That's Then I'm able to hopefully start helping them, giving them tips to start
pushing their health from the poles of their life.
You got to keep saying it. You got to keep saying it, just so you can remember it. Yeah. Okay, that was we'll get into the ethos. We'll get into all that as we go on.
So
it's episode 1. So that
what's the topic of episode 1? Sorry, I have to do that.
Let me just very quickly.
Okay, he's not going to listen to me.
No, very quick. We'll rush through the film and the advice and stuff. We'll get.
We've been talking for like 15 minutes already.
Yes, I can tell. Yeah, it's 12 actually. 12 minutes and 25 seconds. So I had a bit of a shock this week. I get an email because our former podcast, I get an email once a week from the host. I still host it on this site, just to let me know how many downloads we got. So I normally just look at it and go, oh, Christ, that's depressing. Hi, Fiona. You've had 39 downloads this week.
Who the fuck is downloading 39 of us?
39 downloads. I couldn't believe it.
Why?
It doesn't finish there.
Oh, heck.
It doesn't finish there. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't stop there. Like, wow, okay, so that means that someone out there has stumbled upon Fiona and gone like, well, yeah, look at this guy. Listen to this guy, Ben. Oh, this guy's great.
And Fiona.
Probably me. Maybe the other guy as well.
Tom.
There was a couple of other guys. There was a middle-aged Canadian bloke.
Thomas, yeah. But probably me. And I thought, oh God, this guy's good. Downloaded more, so they must have downloaded some of the back catalogue. If you're the guy, reach out. If you ever somehow stumble upon this, probably won't, but... and then I got another email from someone called Chartable. Is it Chartable? Which is a... What is it?
A podcast.
It just shows you where you are, your podcast in the charts across the board.
Okay.
So for us, it would be film and TV.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
And normally it just says 0 because we're not in the charts. Obviously, that's fine. So I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay, that's depressing. We were, at some stage last week, we were 129 in the film and TV charts.
Oh.
I'm not quite sure how that
works.
I'm not quite sure how that works. We got 39 downloads. Bloody hell. Fantastic. In the world. For film and TV.
Excellent.
With 39 downloads. I'm not...
Yeah.
Hey.
Keep them coming.
So I
don't ever want to do film vloggers ever again. So please don't.
Shh. That was... Yeah. So, okay. Nice. Right. Good.
So let's move on to the subject at hand. So what's our topic today, Ben?
You tell me.
I'm not really sure.
I have lots more notes about other stuff as well that I wanted to touch upon.
Okay. So what are we doing this episode on, Ben?
Lots more notes here. It's difficult because I have notes, but other stuff comes up, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you don't. The problem is your notes, Ben, you're so long-winded in everything.
Well, I'm trying to get better.
You can't just make a point.
Well, you know where I get it from? Have you heard my mother try and tell a story about anything?
Yes, I have.
It's unbearable.
It takes a few
It is
days.
unbearable. So I went to the shop to get some milk. And let me tell you about this. No, that's the end of the story. Let's move on. It's over.
Well, why can't you demonstrate that then? If you're a big man over there.
Yes, I know. But what I'm saying is, you know where I got it from.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, but you're
Ridiculous.
sitting there on your fucking high horse saying, oh, well, just move on. I don't get it.
Right, okay. I was going to very quickly... There's loads, but we'll skip that.
He wasn't going to very quickly do anything.
I was, very quickly. I was... we didn't mention the videos, so we need to shoot a lot more videos. So I at the same time as me doing the 1-to-1 and the 2-to-1 and the face-to-face training in my private studio, we're going to be doing... I'm using this as a way to get my name out on the internet and start offering online coaching. So online. Not right now, but in the future. So we did some videos, didn't we? A couple of weeks ago.
We did.
We started recording some videos to put on this app so I could start getting some people on the app just to trial it out, just to let me know how I can improve it, what I can do, what they like, what they don't like. Awful.
Absolutely horrific.
But just, it's like this as well. It's like this. We're going to start talking about something fitness related in a minute. And health. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
Oh.
we'll get to it.
Gosh.
And I'll probably shit myself. You're asking me a really simple question that I've probably said that I know the answer to, that I've talked about numerous times, and for whatever reason, when the lights are on and that fucking thing's rolling, the brain goes.
And the mouth doesn't.
Would you recommend protein to build muscle? I don't know. Like, stuff like that. It's ridiculous. So the videos, all we were trying to do was record some really simple banded exercises. Banded face pull, banded deadlift, banded bicep curl.
You made a bit of a song and dance about it.
Oh my God. Yeah, but I was trying to keep it short and to the point, unlike this.
Ben doesn't do that though.
So I was shitting
There lies
myself
the
because
problem.
normally it would just come out. If someone goes, oh, Ben, how'd you do a bicep curl? Oh, well, and just give a couple of points. When you're on video and you're trying to get stuff done really quickly, but also you know what's happens afterwards. I've got to edit it. I've got to put it together. I've got to put it on the app. So it's all that and the camera's on and you're there going like, fucking hell, come on.
Yeah, dinner's
Please,
ready.
can we get on with this? So it's horrible. But the biggest bombshell from that, which I've refused to listen to up to this point, which was quite upsetting, I'm getting quite thin on top.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you were.
Oh, I knew you'd fucking come alive.
Tin on
Look
the
at this.
bottom, in the legs,
Look at this.
and tin on top.
Oh, God. No space on the memory card.
What does that mean?
It means that the camera stopped rolling.
Ooh, how long ago was that? How is there no space on the memory card?
So I need a bigger memory card.
Can we continue this conversation though? Or can we just do an audio then? And just have it blank?
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
We just got to the juicy part.
Unbelievable.
Can you sit down and continue?
Hello? Yeah, I don't know if to continue this or not.
Oh.
We've only got 20 minutes of film.
It's kind of funny though.
Sorry?
It's kind of funny though.
Yeah, but...
Because you're actively trying not to look at the camera. And then the camera...
How long has the camera been on for?
I didn't know. I don't look at the camera.
It's recording again.
Oh.
Oh, God.
I sense a bit of tension over there,
Oh,
Ben.
God. Oh, God. Well, there you go. There you go. There's an example. So now
A.
we're about to... this stress is so fucking ridiculous.
So can we get back to topic, please?
Well, let's just confirm what's happened, because now this will be still going on YouTube, but now there is no video.
Well, all we're doing is sitting here, to be fair.
I think
so they don't really need to see us, do they?
I'm not quite... Yes, it's going on YouTube, Fiona. It's a YouTube video. Yes, the podcast is fine. The audio for the podcast is okay when it goes on, but it's YouTube. I'm trying to get this on YouTube. So we've got 20 minutes. 20 minutes of me just whinging. Of me whinging.
Yep, I did try to refocus you multiple times, but here we are. Anyways, look how much more relaxed you are. You're not looking at the camera.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's wonderful.
What's going on? What's going on? There you go. There you go. Prime example. I've tried everything. I'm trying.
Oh, you sound like such a whinge
I
bag.
know. I'm trying.
Crying about it, Ben isn't doing a thing.
But I just cleared out the memory. So what does that mean? I don't know what that means. I've just taken everything off the memory card, so it should now be clear. So I'm getting punished for... What am I getting punished for? It's not been a tight ass. And spent an extra £10 and got the 256 one, gigabyte one. If I had, that wouldn't have fucking happened. It'd happen on the next episode, probably, but it wouldn't happen on that one, on this one. I don't understand that. I've cleared it out. I've cleared it. So does that mean that the the cache? You have to clear the clear the cache. Like you have to clear the cookies because there's still residue from the memory. It's empty and it's still fucking full up. Apparently, what does that mean?
Okay, so should we go back to the topic on hand? So we were talking about your little legs and your lack of hair, if memory serves me correct.
It's interesting. We must have it both ways, surely.
Surely not.
We can't just.
So
I can't just have
saying,
the abuse and just not give it back.
What were you saying about the videos, Ben? What did you notice about your head?
Can we continue on?
Did you just notice it? Like, this has been ongoing. We've been together 8 years now, so it's been ongoing for quite some time.
Let's just get this done because I've got to recover. Because it's not on YouTube. You can't see us.
Talk about it
you can't see us. What's the point?
Oh, bald cunt doesn't want to talk.
You can't speak like that.
I'm sorry.
You can't speak like that, Fiona. It's just absolutely despicable. It's despicable.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
We're also trying to promote positive body image as well. Maybe.
Are we?
I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, if you've got bald head, so does Ben. There you go.
No, not but it's just it was
positive
thinner.
image.
It was thinner. It was a lot thinner than I'd hoped for. Than I knew. Yes. So I might have to.
Even though I did point it out to him multiple times, but he never listened to me.
Especially being on camera now, when it switches on and there's not enough memory, I might just shave the hair. I might just go for it.
Absolutely
and it's a lot easier. I like having short hair. It's just easier. But
you see, the problem is you let your hair grow too long and then it becomes more noticeable. If you kept it short and went and seen Jay every 2 weeks, you wouldn't have the problem.
Okay.
So anyways, what's the topic?
I'm not one of these tarts who has to get their hair cut every couple of weeks.
Either am I.
Ridiculous.
I'm getting mine done next week, actually, the 12th.
When I say tarts, I'm talking more about blokes. Unlike you, I'm respectful to other humans. I'm not going to start talking about. I'm not going to start talking about things that they need to work on. You see?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how you work on getting more hair.
Sorry? How long you got, Fiona? You want to start listing off things that both of us could work on? Yeah? How long you got?
I don't have
the camera's off now. It's no holds fucking barred, Fiona.
Time. I don't have a lot of time.
Let's go.
I'm trying to fucking refocus you to get talking about this shit.
This is back to the film vloggers days. It's just sorry, like people who are connecting to this, I don't know. I've got on the head is completely fallen off. I get it. Okay, it's boring. I think that was one of the problems with him. It was boring. People got bored of just listening to me whinging. But this is difficult, but it's a bit more real now. I was talking about doing some crappy little film podcast. Yeah, that was okay. Now, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to entertain. I'm trying to make sure the lights are on, the camera's working. I think people, the right type of person, if they ever stumbled upon this dog shit, they'd go, bloody hell, yeah. I'm with you, Ben. You are droning on a bit. Get to the point, but I am with you.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
No, I'm just trying to explain myself.
You don't need to explain yourself, Ben. You've already explained yourself.
I must explain myself.
So anyways, moving on.
This is for a new audience, Fiona, remember?
The topic of this... What is this? Podcast.
The camera's not working. So
yes, camera's not working.
If you weren't aware, you're now seeing a blank screen and just our voices.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Yes.
The audio on the other ones is... Can you imagine how disgusting it's going to be to edit? Yeah, okay, what are we doing? Fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck this. Pushing you out from the pools alive. Fuck off. Fuck. Oh stop swearing. What about the kids sitting on the knee and stuff? Oh. Fucking hell.
Right.
God, I love those kids.
Can we just take 2 seconds to refocus?
Kitty vloggers. Yeah, focus. I'm focused.
You're not. What are we fucking talking about, Ben?
Right, we're talking about... So we're doing the fitness bit.
Yeah, what's the fitness bit?
This is recording, isn't it? I think
have no idea. I hope so, because I want that bald head in.
Disgusting. Yeah, no, it must be recording because it's red.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, God.
It is quite annoying, actually, without the button. It is. Yeah, I get it. I should have just bought the bigger one.
You just sold the bigger one.
Yeah, the new version of this, but the bigger one. But there's only ever going to be two of us.
So, night shifts.
Interesting. So the fitness part is we're going to be talking about shift workers.
Oh, shift workers.
Shift workers. And the film we do after this kind of links in a little bit. It's very clever. Very clever. Okay, as a shift worker, now I didn't really prepare for this as such. I'm basing this on just my knowledge, just off the top of my head. Now, living with a shift worker for a sustained period of time, I'm sort of seeing it. So I think I could maybe just take my knowledge and just go, yeah, if you try this, try that. But be realistic. Be realistic with it. Be realistic.
Yes.
Oh, it's a lot easier to edit now because it's just audio.
Yes. So anyone who doesn't know what shift work is, it includes nights, days, longs, shorts, earlies.
Yes, and police officers and nurses and
paramedics.
Yes,
lots and lots
of
healthcare,
all those type of people.
Healthcare assistants.
You're doing a great job. Keep going.
Pharmacists.
Thank you for
doctors.
Thank you for your work.
Physiotherapists, because they're on call.
Oh yeah.
Occupational therapy, they're also on call.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Lots and lots and lots of people in healthcare, police force, wherever.
Are you talking
doing
into the
shift
mic?
Work. I'm kind of angled a little bit.
If you can, I'd talk into the mic. Oh,
So-
this reminds me of the old days.
What I've really done is I've kind of spoke about night shift because I did a lot of nights when I was on the wards. And by nights, I mean 4 in a row, not just one night here and there. It was like usually 4 or 5 nights in a row. And I probably had very, very bad habits myself. Would you agree, Ben? Seeing me lying on that sofa after 4 nights?
You tell
half
me.
dead.
You tell me.
So I was one of those people that the day before the night shift started, so the day the night shift started, so just say it was a Monday, I was working Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, blah, 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 blah. I'd get up at my usual time, 7 a.m, and I'd do everything possible that day. Keep awake, no nap, no noshing, go to work that night, next day, come into work. Next day, go back to bed, and so on and so forth. Probably should not do that. What do you think about that, Ben?
Right, so you're basing it on after you've done the block of 4.
No, so the day that I go to work, I do everything in my human power. I don't nap.
Oh, I see. So before
I'd
you
go
start...
to the gym. I used to go to the gym
Right.
sometimes when we were doing Lily.
Okay.
Used to go to the gym, cook, because I used to meal prep for my few nights, cook for you, cook my breakfasts, have everything prepared, clean the house from top to bottom, do my washing, literally non-stop. I used to do my shop. Sometimes I used to do shopping, go into Hammersmith and do shopping, walking around the shops. Literally, it was insane what I did.
Don't name the places, Fiona. We have to keep...
We don't live there
It's
anymore.
on the internet. It's very
So it's
scary.
okay.
People are very scary. They come get us. Baddies.
Right.
Right, so that's you're talking about specifically before you start
Yes.
your block, right?
Yes. So I went into my first night shift absolutely fucking knackered.
So what would you say? What would be? You tell me. Give me
Take
some,
it easy.
Give me
Watch
some
a movie.
advice.
Have a nap.
Would
Sleep in.
Would you suggest having a larger than usual meal then before starting that stint? Would you just eat your dinner as normal? Because
eat
I know you guys are very busy sometimes. Very busy. So it's all well and good saying, well, just make sure you meal prep. Make sure you take your high protein snackies. It's pretty sound advice, I think. But at the same time,
That's brilliant advice.
if people are dying left, right, and centre, if you can just stop dying, I just need to have my protein bar. It's probably not going to work, is it?
That's all well and good because there's only so many meals that you can prepare for. Because if you're cooking a meal and then you're conscious of the clock going to work and you have to eat, you have to shower, you have to iron your uniform and do all this, You can't cook any more than one, possibly 2 meals. So by the time your third or your fortnight comes up, you've got no food. You've eaten all the food. So all the food is gone. So what do you do on your third and fourth night? Because you're not getting out of bed, because you must get your 8 hours sleep. So you're not getting out of bed until 5. Well, 4:30, 5 if you sleep. I didn't. Then you have to have a shower. Then you have to eat. Then you have to get on the fucking cunt tube to go to work.
Oh, that's really the C word is really vulgar. Remember, we are trying to touch on the kids. We're trying to touch them.
So then you have to get on the bloody tube and go to work. So your shift doesn't start until 7:30, but you're leaving the house at 6:30.
What do you mean you haven't got time? What do you mean? Well,
so you don't have time to cook something.
Oh, okay, right. So, but after the night shift, you sleep in till, I don't know what, you get back at say 9 in the morning.
No, I didn't used to get out until 8 o'clock most times.
Okay, so 9-ish?
Oh yeah, 9ish. Yeah, got back.
And then you would sleep. You try and sleep till what?
I have to have a shower.
Yeah.
Change. So I used to sleep until like 9:30, 10:15.
Oh, okay.
And by the time you do all that, it's hard to switch off.
So the point of the night shift is that after you've got back and tried to sleep, there's not much time.
There's no time.
You just wake up. You maybe eat.
You shower.
And then you go back. You go again.
Yeah, that's literally the cycle. It's such an unhealthy cycle, but that's what you do. You literally eat, sleep, and work.
Well,
that's it.
I think realistically, if you can, depending on how much sleep you're getting, like your sleep's going to take a bashing, isn't it? So I wouldn't worry too much about sleep. There's no point going, well, you must get your 8 hours in. You know, you're a fucking dummy if you can't get your 8 hours in. What are you doing?
Try doing that when it's 33 degrees in the summer. Remember those summers?
But I think for most, it's probably wise to do something in terms of getting up and then going outside. Yes, the weather might be shit, but doing something. Maybe not going to the gym. Some people might be able to do that.
Have you ever done nights?
But surely that's better than waking up in the afternoon, pickling for a couple of hours, eating and then fucking straight off to work. Surely trying to get some form of walk in.
My walk was to the tube station and then over the bridge.
Right. Okay. Well, it depends though, because some people might drive straight to work. But then again, if you're moving around a lot during the night, if you're doing 15,000, 20,000 steps, then realistically, the whole walking outside. Yeah, that's people like Huberman. You know Huberman? Yeah, you got to get the old sunlight. Get the sunlight in the eyes.
That was one of my points actually that I had here. Get sun in the wintertime. Dear God, please explain that to me.
Well, Fiona, the sun's always there. It might not be as bright, but the sun, even on the really miserable days like we had yesterday, the sun is always there.
Get that. But I've just done a night shift. I've had 3 cardiac arrests. I want to get home to sleep. I want to have a shower. I actually sleep quite well. By the time I get up in wintertime, it's dark again. So it starts getting dark at 3:30.
Right. So how do you think for the vast majority, how best do you feel they should structure their exercise and their diet between those blocks? So when you have a stint of 4 or a stint of 3, whatever you're doing night shift wise, what's best to do? What's gonna because it will, other people will be able to get up and go to the gym.
Yes.
But for the vast majority, what do you think is going to work for that? Say you've got 3 to 4 hours after you wake up before you go back to work.
No,
what's best to do? What's best? How do they structure that time?
Well, you have to.
How do they maximise it?
You have to relax as well, because as soon as you step onto that ward, you're on the go. So you've got your medication. You're on the go all the time. So you have to have a bit of time for yourself as well. So yes, if you do want to go out and have a walk. I never did because I was knackered, because I don't have a very, very interrupted sleep. My advice would probably be to try and limit your night shifts, as in don't do mad stuff like I did, 4 or 5. Do 3, because that's definitely a hell of a lot more manageable. The reason why I did 4 or 5 was because by the time the 4th and 5th night shift came, I was actually sleeping. So I was functioning a lot better, and I was actually probably able to do more stuff. Like the 4th and 5th night, I could probably go for a walk. I could probably do that, but 1st, 2nd and 3rd night, not a hope.
Well, I'm reluctant to even say the walk really for some. Maybe again, it all works. Things work differently for other people, so you have to be careful. You don't want to just put a blanket idea. Oh, that'll just cover everyone. But if you're on the go all night, other than getting outside just to get a bit of fresh air, maybe for 15 minutes, put a podcast in, push well. Just audio because the camera's fucked off. But if you've already got 20,000 steps the night before, I wouldn't say, oh God, you must go for a walk.
Go for a walk because you enjoy going for a walk.
Yeah.
Don't look at the walk as, oh, this is my only form of exercise. I must get this walk in because it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but when you're living in London as well, there's no real enjoyable walk, was there? It's just walking around housing estates. If you could go walk in a park, beautiful, wonderful.
There's some parks
on
in
the
the
seafront, wonderful.
Nice little parks.
Yeah, but
Yes,
the park was a graveyard then.
Well,
the one that we went through, that was a graveyard.
Well, it's about right, isn't it, I suppose? It literally is The Walking Dead.
Make sure you're in the set, Ben. Oh, dear Jesus, this is a disaster.
It's Ben here, I'm still here.
You need to bend down a bit, Ben. Bend down. No.
What?
You need to... Why do you bend? You need to go back so people
right.
can see it back. And then hunker down like you're doing a squat.
Okay.
But no, straighten your back.
I'll wiggle my arse.
Straighten your back.
Can they see it?
Personal coach.
Can they see it? So it's health coach and personal. What's on the back of the
I
t-shirt?
can't remember. Turn around. See?
I've invested recently in a desk treadmill. Now,
Yes.
again, I'm not saying everyone go out and get a desk treadmill, but under certain
It does help.
circumstances, if you feel like shit and you want to just wake yourself up, get a bit of walking, you haven't got to leave your house if you don't want to, mate, just open the curtains. Might be some sun out there. Get some sun. Get some sun in. It's not direct sun, but it's better than nothing. Get on the walking treadmill, 15, 20 minutes, get a podcast in.
Can you recommend any?
That's the only one you need.
So
Is that good advice, Fiona? Now, again, just off the top of my head, you got to structure
but
it for
it's
everyone's different, aren't they? So as I keep saying, I don't want to just keep saying, oh, well, just go and do that.
Yeah,
just go and do it. It's easy.
yeah,
Easy peasy.
yes, get it, Ben. It's all well and good
sorry,
doing it,
Fiona.
but it's very, very hard to actually put that into action, especially depending on your night shift.
Right, that's why I asked you what worked for you, because what worked for you in that stint of time before going back to work, a lot of people would go, God, you know what? Yeah, I've not thought about it that way. Or yeah, no, I'm with you, girl. That's what I used to do.
I didn't do anything. I used to get up, shower, eat, and then go again.
Right.
Because I never slept, because another thing that I have on my list, caffeine. On my night shifts, caffeine. The amount of tea I drank.
Ooh.
Absolutely,
Wow.
yeah.
You gotta be
I
mindful
know.
of that caffeine.
Absolutely ridiculous. So by the time I got home and into bed, I was a jittering wreck because of all the caffeine I drank.
Well,
so
yeah.
that again is another thing that impacts on your sleep.
Well, you have a cut-off point, don't you? That's realistically like you would if you weren't doing night shifts.
Yeah, my cut-off point was at 6:30. I was
Right. Well, that's ridiculous.
I was
isn't
doing
it?
handover
Realistically, that's
with a cup of tea.
That's silly, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's really silly.
Yeah, but I had to hand over the whole ward to everybody.
Oh, and you must have your cup of tea.
Yeah, because I was half dead, Ben. That's a lot of speaking.
But you're fine at that point because you've got so much caffeine. If anything, it's making you feel worse. It's making
Probably,
it's
yeah. I
making
used
you
to come
jittery.
home.
Yeah,
I used to come home feeling sick.
You're not there. You're not there focusing. You're not there going right. Okay, got all the notes. I'm doing the handover. I'm focused. I'm
people
feeling
would be
good.
asking you questions, and then you have to actually think of your brain. Oh, was this handed over?
Yeah,
on
but
yesterday?
you're just all over the place. You're half dead and you're jittery. So it's
Bit
not
like
really-
you today,
I don't get it.
because you're all over the place.
Yeah, are you talking into the mic?
Yes, I am, Ben.
It's weird because the camera's gone off and it's like going back to film.
Yeah, I'm more
weird, isn't it?
relaxed.
It's almost like the camera's on. I don't like the camera and it's played up today, but it's almost like it does change the dynamic slightly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that worried about the microphone being over there and your mouth being about 10 foot away from it. Now that the camera's off,
You're
it's back to the
hyper-focused on
old.
this.
It's back to the old days,
Yep.
and I'm like that microphone is not in front of her mouth,
Anyway,
and it's annoying. Yeah, caffeine again. It works.
so naughty. You see, we
I'm-
know all these things are bad, but we just do
Okay,
it.
I'm about to give you some advice, so I think it's my turn
I don't do
now.
nights
if that's
anymore,
all right.
but yes, okay.
Okay, so the fitness expert,
Yeah.
health expert.
Yeah.
Now let me get in if I can. We've heard enough of you, I think, Fiona. It's my turn. Talking to the mic.
I'm laughing into the mic.
So
Is that okay?
Right, so caffeine. I can't really hear myself very well.
Just leave it.
Caffeine. No, I'm quite strict on caffeine. Didn't used to be. Well, I'm sure like a lot of people, they might not drink caffeine or they just drink caffeine throughout the day, don't really think about a cut-off time. Ideally, the literature does differ in terms of what they do. So they say, oh, you should cut it off these many hours before bed. Realistically, I would say if you can, if you weren't doing night shifts, midday, have your last cup of tea or bit of caffeine at 12. Say if you're in bed by 10, 8 to 10 hours, I think is a good spot for most.
Maybe that's why I'm not sleeping well, because I have been having a cup of coffee at 3.
Yep, probably. Yep. Everyone's caffeine tolerance is different. So some people can
Maybe I should have a decaf.
hammer some caffeine later on in the day, but
try
it still probably will affect their sleep. You may not think it does, but it probably still will.
You might be more tolerant to it, but it still probably will affect your sleep. It's like having booze, alcohol. Different conversation. We'll get into that at some point, I'm sure. You might be able to drink a beer just before bed, an hour or two before bed, and think, I slept all right. No, it will still affect your sleep.
The next day.
Most
always
people.
Gets me.
Pretty much everyone. So if you're on a night shift, for example, and you're working up until 8, 9, midnight for the last one, you'll have a strong one. But if you're doing it now and you're struggling to sleep after a night shift and you are hammering the caffeine up until an hour or two before bed, it could be a problem.
It probably was a big problem.
But then again, I'm very cautious of just giving these just blanket suggestions. I'll just do that and you'll be okay. Now try and cut it by a couple of hours. Don't if you're drinking your cup of tea or coffee up until 7 a.m., try and go for 5. Try and go for 4. Don't just go from 7 till midnight and just go, right, that's it then. I'm fucked. Right, okay. Midnight's cut off, that's it. And then you're shitting yourself from 12 to 7 because you're not had your hit of caffeine.
It's psychological.
Just ease yourself into it.
It's psychological as well because you could have a decaf. Like my thing is for having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee at 3 o'clock is because I'm cold. I just want something warm in my body.
That's a good suggestion. So
that's what I'd suggest.
So I would, So if you got your cup of tea or coffee at or Monster Energy, people might
the amount of nurses with Red Bull.
Right, there you go. They might be going for the Red Bull. Or
but it's not just one kind of Monster. Red Bull. It's a couple.
Yes.
I mean, more than a couple. It's a few.
Red Bull's got a lot of caffeine in it.
Yeah.
So again, maybe in the short term, without eliminating that coffee or that Red Bull or the Monster, just change it to a decaf option. How about that? So you can have your last heavy dose of caffeine at midnight, and then maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, have the decaf. So you're still getting something. You're still having a hot drink. You're still getting your hit of Red Bull, but it's decaf. Yeah,
okay.
Try that. How about that?
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for that wonderful suggestion.
Was that a good idea?
Yes. Moving on to the next point.
Was that helpful?
Which also affects sleep. And this has happened to me multiple times before on a night shift. Eating when you get home from a night shift to help improve your sleep. The amount of times...
Terrible idea, I'd say.
The amount of times that I've actually come home, though, been asleep, and I've woken up at 12-ish, 1-ish, absolutely starving. No hope was I getting out of the bed to feed myself. No way. But I'd wake myself up with hunger.
I think for most, having a meal, a big-ish meal just before bed is an absolute no-go.
Right.
Some people can demolish a buffet and then 20 minutes later they're in bed and it's not a problem. Again, their sleep quality will probably be affected.
Yes, because if I eat a big meal before bed, I can't sleep.
Yes.
But if you have 2 slices of toast or protein yogurt.
Well, this is why it's difficult, because I would then follow the same logic with the caffeine, wouldn't I? I would then say, well, if you can try and eat something at, say, 4 o'clock. But again, people are dying. So again, it's very much like, sorry,
I've got my IVs
sorry,
to
if
do.
we can just stop dying, I need to have my toast. My toast has just come out the toaster. 2 seconds.
Oh,
I'll be back in a minute. So again, not going to work, is it?
For any NHS nurses out there, do you remember that lovely buttery toast we used to get?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I was a stickler for the custard, the chocolate custard pots.
Well, that
nice.
links in with where possible, do try meal prep. And the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm trying to...
Sorry, Ben.
Okay.
I never actually...
You just said sorry, but then you
yes,
interrupted
because
me
I've got
again.
a point. I never actually meal prep. Well, I did meal prep. Of course I meal prep. But I never brought my food with me. So I would always have my dinner at 6 p.m. So I never brought my dinner into work with me. I would then just bring the snacks in. So my fruit, I think sometimes I might have brought a boiled egg in or something. And that's what I'd snack on.
Right.
And then sometimes I just didn't.
Now, I'm trying to be reasonable here. I'm trying to say, look, everyone, just do this, and just because I said so. I'm trying to push your health. I'm trying to do it. And also, I'm very conscious. This is odd to me because I'm giving this advice, and to me, a lot of this advice is like, well, yeah, people would go, I've heard that before. Like, shut up. I've got to get out of that mindset, because a lot of people might not have heard this advice before. I've said this before, haven't I? I've said I've got all these coaches online. They're just giving you the same dog shit. And they have to bounce around the room to make it a bit more interesting. Don't drink caffeine before bed. I'm bouncing around the room.
Okay,
and they're like, oh, this guy's interesting. So, what was I saying? So, the world we live in now, now I'm trying to be reasonable, but people are running out of excuses. They are running out of excuses. There's a lot of really decent, high protein snacks available. Some of them are quite inexpensive as well.
I'm not saying, again, meal prepping. It's easy for someone who's been doing it for years. Someone who it's easy to them. It's just part of the routine. Just meal prep. What's the problem? The high protein options even extend over to Aldi, Lidl. I'm sure all the supermarkets have got them. You have these high protein options, don't you? These microwavable options. For me personally, yeah, they're not great. They're not amazing, but they're not too bad. You've had a few of the Aldi ones, the
They're
Thai
nice.
chicken and is there a bolognese one?
Beef ragu.
Yes, beef.
I
Yeah,
quite like that.
there you go.
A little bit of cheese on top.
And it's not saying you have to have these every time. Like, we're not saying you got to have the buttery toast. Have the
So good.
because also, like, you can get away with it to a point. If you're moving around, if you're walking around consistently for 8, 9, 10 hours, you're getting a fair amount of steps in. So you're absolutely demolishing the whole 10K steps that Fiona started ranting about last time. And I was like, sorry, Fiona, this isn't a fitness podcast. Can you stop speaking about steps? You're getting a lot of steps in. So realistically, for the vast majority.
And I used to always take the stairs, can I just add?
Right, yeah. Well,
And get my knee
Well,
in.
that's getting your NEAT in. Yeah, that's a whole different thing as well. Yeah, yeah. Again, I wouldn't really apply NEAT to shift workers. Well, it depends what type of shift work. Oh, well, actually, we need to be careful.
Yeah, because on
It's-
nights you do actually do a lot less steps.
Oh, do you? That's interesting.
Yeah, because... Well,
Why did you not tell me that before? I've just been going off on...
no, because on nights you still get your 10,000 steps in. You 100% you'll get your 10,000 steps in, but on a day shift you could get 25k in. No bother.
I see. Right. Okay.
So, night shifts are a little bit more because people are asleep and you're it's not as fast paced depending on the location that you work. If you're in A&E, God, lights are on all night. You don't know whether it's day or night there. So it's very different. But on a ward, you're probably getting half the amount of steps in. I remember a couple of nights. I used to probably get 8,000 steps in on a night shift, but obviously I'd hit the
that's not
10
a lot,
because of the
is it?
walking. Yeah. Because of the walking to and from.
I would suggest, if possible, and we have to be careful, again, blanket term, shift workers. A lot of shift workers they're sitting on their arse.
Yes.
Police officers, no, I don't know, I'm going with nurses because you're used to be a nurse.
Paramedics.
But yes, so again, yeah, I guess you have to pick one, don't you, I suppose? That's why you got all these online
Well, we're always going to talk about
online-
nurses, aren't we?
Yes, online coaches that are shift workers, but they've only done one, haven't they? So they can only really give specific advice to if they're a police officer, right? Nurse, yes. Doctor, right. So yeah. So again, I'm sure there is certain things that you can give advice that works across the board for whatever type of shift worker you are, but a lot of it will be quite specific to
certain area.
that job.
Yeah.
But I would say with doing the night shifts, if you can, well, see, I'm trying to be polite. No, not if you can. Just get it done. Okay, work with me here. I'm trying to push your health. Be reasonable. If you can get one full body session in at the gym or at home, not bad. I would suggest getting at least one in. So if it's at home, I would invest in a TRX. If you don't want to get the standing treadmill and you can walk outside, yeah, great. So instead of spending the money on a standing treadmill, maybe get a TRX. Get that on the door. You can do a lot of TRX stuff. Good start. Some light dumbbells, not the end of the world. Some resistant bands, again, not the end of the world. A kettlebell, yeah, fine.
A lot of people do home workouts.
Oh, well, there you go. But I would say get in at least one. Get in at least one full body session between that 3 or 4 days.
That's very doable.
I think that's going to make a big difference.
Well, I used to try again. I used to go to the gym on the day that my night finished. But I was half dead in the gym, so I was probably given about not even 10% because I was knackered.
Oh, right. And you know what, guys? I will link in one full body session in the notes, on the YouTube notes, I'll do it for you. Just to give you a sample of what I can offer you as an online coach. Pretty straightforward. The sad part is I could just go on Chat GPT. That's the sad part.
Are you actually going to go on Chat GPT?
No, but I mean,
whatever it's called.
let's be honest though. Let's cut the bullshit. There's no bullshit on Push 12. Let's cut the shit. I'm sounding this really fantastic, lovely guy. I could just do that if I wanted to. I've got plenty of programs ready to go, so I don't have to do that, but I could do. So if you want some actual, some personalised advice to you, maybe join me for cake.
Right. Anyways.
No, sorry.
Going back to the topic.
Okay, allow me to actually sell my services.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Bloody hell. This is free, by the way. This advice is free.
Yeah, it's 9:20.
And also, I'm offering to give
hungry.
Yes, I'm starving. So if you want some more personalised advice, you've got to start dropping this in, you see, these adverts. Join me for cake. Complimentary cake, that's face-to-face, and this is online. I'm in this sort of in-between. It's difficult because I've only got one profile on Instagram. So I'm a bit conscious of what to post and what not to post, which is, again, just stopping me posting anything. Because I'm an online coach, or I'm going to be, and I'm also a gym owner, I'm like, oh, what do I post? I've only got one profile. So long term, when we start getting into the swing of things and push health starts to appear everywhere, I'll make 2 separate profiles, I think. Because almost the online stuff, this YouTube content, is almost my alter ego.
Okay.
It's my online alter ego. You see what I mean?
So I get you trying to sell yourself, Ben, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Push pull health, that's where you'll find us. End of.
Complimentary cake, get in touch.
So you don't need to worry about the cake, because it'll be once you look it up, you'll find the complimentary cake.
Links will be in the.
So let's go back to
comments.
focus. So something that I have here.
Let's go back to focus.
Yes, go back to topic on hand. So what I have written here is that in order to do all of these things, in order to sleep right, eat right, exercise, you will have to sacrifice one of those things when you're doing night shifts. So if you want to work out, you will have to sacrifice a half an hour of your sleep time. Or you'll have to sacrifice preparing that meal and going for a microwavable meal instead, a high protein one preferably. You'll have to sacrifice something because it is not achievable to do all 3 of those things.
Right, I would never suggest sacrificing your sleep to go and train. That's silly, isn't it? That's really silly. So the one full body session, I think, would be, well, again, I'm not talking from experience, but hopefully that's not completely unrealistic. You're not screaming down your TV if you're watching this, half of this. You're not screaming again, Ben, shut up. You're an idiot. You're not pushing my health. That's rubbish.
Well, it's doable on the Monday, the day your night shift starts.
Okay, well, there you go then. Right,
Yeah.
so, okay.
And then you could essentially go the day after your nights.
But
You usually have a day in between.
It's a shit show, isn't it? It's a complete shit show.
You
The
see-
whole thing, because you're...
Sorry. Go on.
Fuck.
Go on.
You shouldn't be interrupting the expert.
Excuse me, I'm the expert on nights.
I'm cold. I'm really cold. It's cold in there. So
Shall I just jump in? Or?
no. Yeah. So it's hard. It's hard because your exercise gets affected, your sleep gets affected, your diet gets affected, everything gets affected. Not good.
Mental
Not good.
health.
Yeah. Ghrelin, leptin, hormones. They start spiraling out of control. Have you heard of those? We'll get into those at another point. So it's called ghrelin, but it's a gremlin because what ghrelin
Nasty piece of work.
It can be, yeah.
Oh.
It can be a right arsehole. So it makes you want to eat, basically. Leptin is the hormone that's meant to control your appetite. So when you eat, I am literally still talking, Fiona. Holy
I
shit.
put my hand up.
Okay, let me finish.
I've got a point to make.
Okay, leptin. So that controls your hunger. So when you've eaten, leptin should kick in. 20 minutes later or so. And you go, you've had enough. That's the problem as well with that 20 minute or half an hour. So you could be stuffed. I have this all the time. I'm stuffed, but I'm still looking for food. You have to allow yourself that 20 minutes. Go for a walk, ideally. Just do something else. Because allow the leptin to start working its way around the body. To go, oh, well, hang on. You've had a big meal there, Ben. Okay? You're full up. Now just relax. Go and do something else. So allow yourself. Allow yourself that period of time. But ghrelin, leptin, they spiral out of control. Lack of sleep. So naturally, you're sitting there at 2 a.m. and ghrelins going, buttered toast, anyone?
Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit me up, baby. 3 slices.
You eat the buttered toast
4
and
butters.
leptin, and you're like, okay, well, leptin any second now. I'm in trouble there.
He's asleep.
I'm half dead.
He's not on night shifts.
Another round of buttered toast, eh? Oh, fuck off, ghrelin.
No, it's the chocolate custard now.
Bloody gremlin. You see the gremlin? It's very good.
Well, that's another thing. Like, it depends on what you're doing. So, days, nights, whatever. But like, I used to find, I was saying this to you the other day, when I was doing a long day, so when I was just doing a standard 7 to 7 or half 7, whatever it was, I could go all day without eating. Well, not all day, but like 3-4 o'clock would come and I haven't even thought about food. About when I get into nights, so I used to start nights at half 7, 8:05, I was thinking about food. Like, literally, when you're on nights, it's like all you think about is food. You're just like, even if you're swamped and you're busy, you're just like, oh, I need to eat. Oh, I need to eat. Oh, I need to eat. You're there like doing compressions. You're just like, oh, when will I eat? Not really,
but
but you know what I mean.
Is this on the first shift?
Literally all the time. Maybe not on the first shift.
No, I'd say surely you need to at least get through the first shift first before then the sleep starts to be affected, and then ghrelin and leptin, they start spiraling out of control.
Don't forget what I said. I used to get up at my normal time, 7 a.m. So I should be getting ready to go to bed by 9, 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, I've got another 10-hour work to do. So my body's all over the place because I'm still eating at the same time. So I used to just focus on food because I was then, how am I going to get through the night? So I was still eating the same amount of food that I would usually eat, my breakfast, my dinner. And then it was just like, when am I going to eat next? Because I'm on nights now. So I need to eat more.
Have we given some good advice? I feel this has been a bit of just, I don't know. I think in the future we're like collect notes. We'll go, so what are your notes?
I think so, Ben. I've suggested this to you.
No,
we haven't even talked about the fucking film yet.
I think this, very quickly. I think there's some good stuff in there. I'm trying to give just general advice, aren't I? That's what I'm struggling with slightly because I'm trying not to say, you must do this, you must do that. But there's certain things that try and get it done. So if you can meal prep, anything, don't have to meal. Oh, the paper's turning. If you can meal prep for some of the nights, probably worth doing. If you can get one full body session in during that stint, give it a go.
And for the love of God, don't drink tea at 6 a.m.
I just assumed, caffeine. Try and limit your caffeine or try and push it back slightly.
Or just have a decaf.
If that makes you feel ill, the idea of binning your caffeine after midnight, say, have a caffeine, have some your preferred substance, and then try and supplement the ones after with some decaf. Start slow. Yes?
Yes.
That's I just assumed that you guys were moving around on night shifts. So you're saying that you actually don't do as many steps on average as a day shift? On
average, not as much because, you don't have ward rounds, you're not doing dressings. So like when you're on a day shift,
Are you talking into the mic?
Fuck off. So when you're on night shifts, when you're on day shifts, you're constantly moving from one bed to another. However, you're not doing that if you are on a day shift, if you're on a night shift. Because your majority of times you're either sat outside the bay or you're sat at the nurse's station and then you just walk too. Whereas you're doing a lot more steps during the day. And then you're missing out on a drug round as well, usually. Or you're doing a smaller drug round.
Drug round?
Drug round. Medication round,
I see.
whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So I think having that one full body session then, I think getting that in then, if you're doing slightly...
It's to sleep. That's the problem.
But then it will differ, won't it? It will differ. Like you said, maybe get that full body in on the first shift. And then if you can get another one in during the 3 or 4 day stint, excellent.
Probably not.
Right.
Probably do it on your last night.
Yes. But that's why I brought up the whole ghrelin and leptin. Because like you said, something's going to have to be sat...
Nights.
I'm literally talking.
Day you finish.
Fuck. Got to really work on this. It's annoying, isn't it? It is annoying talking over
Right, go on.
Terrible.
Yes.
Like you said, stuff's going to be sacrificed. Everything's going to take a hit. So pick one, basically. Pick one to focus on. But then at the same time, you say pick one. If you can exercise a bit more and you're up for it, great. Have a couple of two. Have an upper body, lower body maybe. If you can do 2 sessions, excellent. Diet-wise, that doesn't mean if you exercise more that your diet should go to shit. So be mindful of it. If you're not going to exercise, be a bit strict on the diet. If you know you're going to get a couple of sessions in, maybe you can have a bit more buttered bread or buttered toast or a custard. Yeah, just play around with it. It's going to work. It's going to work differently, isn't it? Some people would go, no, I'm not missing my sessions. That's the thing. Some people will happily still go to the gym.
I've got a top tip. Yes. Remember to take the butter out of the fridge before you butter it.
Oh, okay? I see. Right.
Leave it out. When you get in at 7:30, you know you're going to be having a buttery toast. Don't take it directly from the fridge because it's too hard. Make sure you leave it on the side.
There you go, everyone. Yeah.
At times, I had to put it on top of the toaster to melt.
That could be the most important tip we've given.
Yes.
So one full body session. Tip. Be mindful of your caffeine. Try and push that back if possible, or change to decaf for anything after midnight. What was the other top tip before we move on?
Diet. High protein.
Like you said, one of them's going to take a hit.
Yeah.
So So finishing off with the protein and the diet, we're running out of excuses, people. We are.
There's lots in Aldi.
There is a lot of decent high protein options. Yes, there's enough. There's enough for most people to get by. And in the future, look, if you want to start having your health pushed, I'll start offering people stuff. If you want a blender, I could probably buy you a blender if you sign up. I'll get you a blender. I'll get you a blender. No, I'll get you a blender.
Well, to be fair, you
can have a cake.
Oh.
Have a cake, complimentary cake. Chat about your health, pushing your health. And you can have a blender if you want to blend up some fruit. If you want to blend something.
Well, if I'd have had my breakfast that I have now, I would have quite happily eaten at that on night shifts. 2 Weet-Bix, a tiny bit of granola on top, some fruit, and a half of those high protein drinks. That would have filled me right up for the night.
Yes, and the
I
thing
wish
is,
I had that.
You're not the only one though, are you?
Yeah.
I'm sure if you gave a lot of people one of those high protein yogurts, I know they can be a little bit sweet. They are quite filling, aren't they? So they get the job done, don't they?
Yes.
That's the point of them. It's getting the job done.
I'd rather a drink.
And they don't taste like arse. They're not bad. I'm sure you can find a flavour that you can go, do you know what? That's not too bad. The milkshakes, yeah, they're okay. They're not that filling as such. Yeah. Ideally, blender. You can bring your own shakes. But just do what works for you. Do what works for you. But the whole thing about you can't get protein in, you can't get healthy food in. Yeah, come on. We're running out of excuses a little bit. That doesn't even have to involve meal prepping, but there's enough. There's enough out there to get by on.
Can I ask you a question? The drinks that I have, how could I thicken them up in a blender so that they're like thicker and I could put fruit to it?
Well, you could get some protein powder, can you? Get some whey protein.
I might do that.
Thick them up. You can get some ice. You can get some frozen fruit. Get some oats. Yeah, be mindful. Don't put too much. It depends what your goals are. If you're trying to, if you're getting but then also, yeah, and to be fair, you could have one of these. You could make yourself a really thick shake, higher in calories. Put some oats in, put a bit of peanut butter, and be a bit fruity. And if that's your meal, if that's your dinner, or that's your main source of food for 10 hours, yeah, go for it. It can be psychological, like, can't it? With a shake.
You need to munch on something.
Yes, it's like all this shield.
You have
shit.
to shake, and you're still getting that toast afterwards.
It's like all these meal replacement stuff. A lot of people would say, "Oh, I have a meal replacement shake during my night shift." It's like,
no,
okay, this is like hill and stuff like this. It's like, oh, fine, it's got nutrients in, it's got stuff in, but is it going to keep you full compared to eating a protein yogurt? I don't think so. I think you'll have your hill shake, or even if you bring your own shake from home. It might be quite nice, might be quite nutritious, but I've got a feeling if things start kicking off, an hour later you'll be like, oh, God, I could really do some butter toast. So, just play around with stuff. If you need more advice,
push pull
health, pushpullhealth.com/cake. Book yourself in for a complimentary cake. Let's have a chat. Anything else, Fiona, before we move on to the fucking film?
Absolutely not. I'm all talked out.
That wasn't too bad, was it? That wasn't too bad. These are rough, like.
Just need to focus a little bit more.
Yes, but I've got lots to say. Lots to say. God bless me.
I know.
Yeah, these are rough, like. We're trying. We're trying to figure it out. It's episode 1. We've got to do 100 of these before they become good. So, just work with me, everyone. Okay, work with me.
I don't want to do 100 episodes. Just to put that out.
We have to before we get good. Did I mention the side profiles? How bad our side profiles are?
No, but you mentioned how you're balding on top.
Oh, it doesn't matter now because the camera's turned off because there's no memory. But we've both got quite prominent noses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've both inherited our noses from our fathers, apparently. Different fathers, obviously.
I'd hope. You're a bit taller than mine. Not sure about the hair though.
All right. Yeah, so not the best. We're going to have to, I'll invest in the future. 2 cameras. So we've got 1 camera focused on my face, one on yours.
I don't want
not
that.
the side profile.
I'd rather them see my big honker.
I'd rather have 2 cameras run out of memory at the same time.
Yes.
Double the
Anyways,
stress.
what film did we watch last night?
Anything else before we touch on the film very quickly because we're running out of time?
No.
So was that, you happy with that, are you?
Yeah,
Do you think that would be useful for some people?
Don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Any supplements you think you'd be interested in?
No, absolutely not. I'm not taking any more shit.
It's pushing it, isn't it?
Get myself down to Aldi, get a few of those chocolate drinks, get some Weetabix, get the protein granola, a little bit of raspberry. There you go. That's my thing sorted. I wish I'd thought of that.
Get one of those tabs.
There was no protein granolas though when I was doing nights.
Oh, there you go. The protein granola is a little
drinks.
bit of a myth. They're not that high in
It's just to give it the munch.
Yes.
That's what I like, the crunch of it. Yes. Because the Weetabix go soggy, don't they?
Well, it's not bad.
So it gives you crunch.
Every portion is 12 grams. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, well, I only have
supplements. Yeah. Try and get your Vit D in. Try and get some Vit D in.
Oh, I'm good with taking my Vit C and Vit D.
You got your Vit C.
Like, I wasn't then.
You got the Barocca, haven't you? I think the Barocca's just overrated. It's really expensive Barocca, isn't it? And it's just
£7 a pop.
But then I don't know what's in Barocca. I should have looked on that. You probably get a lot more. They probably ram it full of a lot more stuff than just your Vit C. You've got loads more in there. But I think just a standard Vit C tab. Put that in your drink in the morning
or a chewable
on night shift. Yes, Vit D, Vit C. Yeah, I think that'll keep you going. If you're training, if you're into your strength training, some creatine monohydrate. We won't get into that now, but if you're into your strength training already, you may or may not have heard of that.
And have your Vit D as well to strengthen your little bonies and Vit C. Very
Yes,
important.
yes. Supplements, well, we'll get to that. I already know what film we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So that might be the next episode. We'll see.
Okay. I'm
onto the
intrigued,
film.
actually.
Onto the film, because we also do film. We do films as well. So we do fitness, we do films, we touch the kids hopefully in the future on the lives of the kids on TikTok and stuff. And then I will have my little bit at the end with the being around the world. Sorry, red around the world. Okay, the film.
What film did we do?
So we did Collateral. See Collateral. So Collateral Damage. So from someone who's been living with a shift worker, the collateral damage of the people that suffer from being around shift workers. So collateral damage. I didn't want to watch the 2002 film by Arnie. Big fan of Arnie, but I haven't actually seen the film all the way through. I watched a bit of it at uni with Hello and
Tom.
and yeah, it's not the best from Arnie, to be honest. Not the best. So I thought I'd go with Collateral from the man himself, Michael Mann.
Which got a whopping 7.5 out of 10 on the IMDb.
Oh God, I've missed that. I've missed that. The IMBD. That's what we used to do on
DB.
film.
I said DB.
Oh, you got it right. Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
This is all part of the film vloggers process that we used to go through. Yeah. So Collateral. Yeah.
Yes, will I give it a little bit of a synopsis or not?
Very quickly.
Okay, Max, who is a cab driver, is shocked after he learns Vincent, his passenger, is an assassin who is on a deadly mission to kill people. However, he must stop Vincent before it's too late. Sorry, spoiler alert. How did he stop him that quickly? He killed 4 fucking people.
Oh, he's trying his best, Fiona.
Jesus, he just saved the one that he fancied.
Oh God, Jada Pinkett Smith of all the people. Bloody
I don't think
hell.
I've ever seen her in a movie. Have I? What else has she been in?
She's been in. Unfortunately, she's been in some. Yeah, yeah. She wasn't in this very much, and she was,
which is good.
Like pretty unoffensive in this, to be fair.
Yeah. Anyways, Ben, go on. I've only got nitpicks here, really.
Okay, so what's that? I thought we'd ideally, I like a nitpick just as much as the next man, but I thought maybe for the first film we'll just review the film.
Well, no, it was a very good film, but it was also very naff in a lot of places.
Oh, okay. So maybe we're, depending on what the film is, maybe we'll decide, oh no, it's hard because we haven't seen the film. Maybe we'll alternate because we've only got 15 minutes max.
You've got the timer on?
No, but I can see it on the roadcaster. Maybe depending on the film, we'll either just go purely for nitpicks or we'll have a brief chat about the film with a couple of nitpicks in there.
Right.
But it's hard because when you've got a fucking screaming banshee, when you're watching with a screaming banshee
That's
next
Ben's
to you,
mother,
my
by the
mother, just going, what's this?
Pausing it every second.
Oh, that's the word. Oh
Jesus.
God. Oh, please.
Jesus.
Like I can't. I get it because if you're trying to watch the film, you want to hear the film.
But I missed the first minute of the film because you were harping on in my ear.
But yeah, so pause the film. That's not a bad idea, but at the same time, it's like, look, bedtime's approaching. Like, we need to get. I've seen this film before, so I get it. I don't need you to pause the film. And to be fair, I don't fucking care what you think, Mum. To be honest, no offense, but shut up. Play the film. Right? Yeah. So yes. So yeah, lots of nitpicks from my mum. So I thought, well, maybe next time we'll just do nitpicks.
So, anyways, tell me about your review on the film.
What
What
have I
did you
got?
think of it?
We'll just go through notes. We're not going to get into it too much. I've got Vincent the Terminator. He's almost like the Terminator, isn't he?
He is. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I have to say, on reflection, I've seen this film a few times. Michael Mann, big fan of Michael Mann. Is this potentially his last great film? Yeah, I think so. What's he done after this? Miami Vice.
Oh.
He did that. It's just that non-entity Black Hat with Hemsworth.
Never seen it.
And he's back. He's back actually last year, Fiona, with Enzo Ferrari. Is that what it's called? Enzo Ferrari? About Enzo Ferrari, the guy, Enzo. Yeah, run Ferrari. He was the creator.
I gathered by the name.
Yeah, so so I haven't seen it. Apparently, it's not too bad. But what else did he do? Oh, why have we not made notes of this? What else did he do? Oh, Public Enemies with Depp. Johnny Depp. He's a bank robber. It's all right. It's stylish. It's Michael Mann. He's fantastic. Arguably, he directed the my favorite film, Heat. Just absolutely.
Oh, he directed Heat. I remember this actually.
Yeah, LA as well. Set in LA, Heat. Just absolutely fucking phenomenal. Fantastic. So Collateral for me is probably the last great Michael Mann film. It may well be. Full stop.
Okay.
But no, it's a very good film. And I actually think Tom Cruise, say what you want about Tom Cruise, he's pretty good in this. I actually think this is probably one of his best performances.
It's just his look, isn't it?
Yes, I know. He looks like a robot. He looks like the Terminator. He looks ridiculous.
Yeah, but why did it have to, like, me, this is another thing that your man was saying last night. Why did he have to have the grey hair?
He looks like the Terminator. He looks like a robot.
The most offensive thing was those stupid fucking glasses, to be fair. I just couldn't bear them.
But he's
grey suit, grey hair, a kind of a grey beard with these black fucking glasses.
He's very good, Tom Cruise, though. He is. His character,
He's got a lovely chiseled jaw.
How he manipulates Jamie Foxx. In some ways, you look at that and think it's a shame that he hasn't done more of that. Tom Cruise. He hasn't. This is pretty much the only role that he's played where he's been an awful piece. He's been evil. He's an arsehole. He's the
but
bad.
He's not though.
He's the
as
bad.
well.
No, exactly, because he plays it so well.
Yeah.
Because he manipulates Jamie Foxx. Going, he whispers in his ear, "We're in this together, buddy. We can do it. Oh, you're great." He just keeps whispering in his ear, doesn't he? And Jamie Foxx is fucking shitting himself. And a master manipulator, shall we say. But it's a shame that he's not played this role more often. Maybe he doesn't like the idea of people seeing him this way. I think he would have been quite good at this, doing this type of role. And it's Tom Cruise. He's obviously a good actor. He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Maybe based on when this film came out, was it 2004? Tom Cruise always comes with the Scientology baggage.
Yes.
I think in and around this time, he was bouncing around on fucking Oprah's sofa, talking about Katie Holmes, which didn't help. You know the bit where he's bounced. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm in love with Katie Holmes. Oh, fucking hell, Tom, sit down.
Poor Tom.
So that probably didn't help. I think that came around in and around this time because I don't hear a lot of people talking about Tom Cruise's performance in this. Maybe they do.
It's all about what do you call him?
What, Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, they all talk about his.
Why? It's
Well,
I'm sorry, Jamie. But
He's a bit wet.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say.
The only time I like him is when he's in fever. Not in fever. When he's talking to your man. When he's talking to your man, trying to get the computer back.
No, but Jamie Foxx is Jamie Foxx, isn't he? He's one of those guys. He's fucking he's stupidly talented. He can do pretty much everything. Jamie, play this instrument. Jamie, sing. Jamie, act. And I'm like, fuck off, Jamie. How about that? Like, we get it. He's very talented. Yeah, he's all right in this. I think you could have taken another 10 actors and put them in his role and gone, yeah, no, that's enjoyable. Yeah, they've done a good job there. Oh, it's all about Tom Cruise. It's got to be, isn't it? Surely.
Well, yeah, because he looks ridiculous, but to look at him, he doesn't look like a psychopath, does he? You'd expect somebody like fucking Arnie to be getting in the back of the car and he'd be the assassin.
Who? What?
Like Arnie.
Oh, right. Yes.
You'd expect like somebody
Vincent
big,
the Terminator.
huge.
Yeah. I don't know. I imagine a lot of film connoisseurs rate Tom Cruise's performance. But yeah, good film. Good film. Yeah, we'll get into the nitpicks and there's some dodgy bits, of course. But in terms of him being a villain, it's almost in the same ilk of someone like Sugar. You know Sugar from No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
Like one of those characters that you think, God, this person can't be real. This isn't a real human. This isn't a human. This is not a human being. This is a robot. This is like, they're so evil and they're so disgusting that you think this guy can't be real. Like Sugar, he rolls up with that haircut. So before he's even opened his mouth, he rolls in with his boots on, that haircut, and he's got that fucking air gun. And you think, what's this? Where the fuck has this guy come from? He's not from planet Earth. No way. It's the same ilk, and that was before. And this is before No Country, so yeah, good for you, Tom. You got in there first.
Very well.
What do you think of that?
Very good. Very good. Can we talk about the things that were shit in the film?
Yeah, okay. Talk about the nitpicks. Yeah, what do you think of Michael Mann? Good director?
Yes, very good director. Very good.
I have some. Oh, sorry.
They had Tom Cruise sitting behind, what do you call him? Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
So it would give him a sense of vulnerability, Jamie Foxx a sense of vulnerability, that he actually couldn't see him in his peripheral vision, or that he could just about see him in his peripheral vision.
Right.
So, yeah. And do you know that scene where Cruise actually fell over the step?
Oh, that was
actual, real.
Yes.
Tom actually fell over.
He jumped onto the seat, didn't he? Yeah.
And Michael Mann actually loved the anatomy so much, he wanted to keep it in the movie. So there you go. Bit of trivia for you.
Why is that microphone wobbling all over the place?
Because I'm shivering, Ben. Because I'm fucking shivering.
Yeah, it's... Well, the fucking heaters are on. They're on, Fiona.
Yeah, well...
I've tried to make you comfortable.
Yep. Another little bit of trivia while I'm on the page, so I don't have to change it again. They're coyotes. So they're in a scene where they're on the way to the fever, and there's two...
Sorry, what's the nightclub?
The nightclub.
Yep.
So Native American Navajos have an omen that can also be considered a taboo. They say if a coyote crosses your path, you should turn back and do not continue on your journey.
Oh.
If you do continue on your journey, something terrible will happen, such as an accident, or you'll be hurt, or worse, you'll be killed.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they were actually just wild. There was no plans for them to pop up. They just popped up and it was like, oh my God, what a perfect shot. Unbelievable. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and there you've got Tom just there thinking about it. Oh, being all pensive. Just thinking about life.
Yeah, no, he drops just enough, Tom, doesn't he? He talks about his backstory a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of just shots of him in the back. You know, you got Jamie. I don't think Jamie Foxx's face really changes much. He's just shitting himself all the way through. Yeah. He's like, oh God, where are we going next?
The only time his face changes is when he's talking to your man about getting the CD back.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, oh Christ, of course. He's talking to fucking Chigurh.
Oh yeah,
that's Javier Bardem, isn't it?
He actually.
Oh fucking hell.
I have some trivia on him, but I'm not going to say it because I could be really wrong because it might not be him.
What? Who?
He had to learn Spanish. But that can't be right.
Who? Javier Bardem?
He's Spanish, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, so that's not true.
I think, well, now you worry me now.
Somebody had to learn Spanish. I can't remember who it was.
Right.
In the trivia. But yeah.
Did they? Who was speaking Spanish?
There was loads of Spanish. Jamie spoke Spanish at the beginning to your man at the filling station.
Okay, maybe it was Jamie then. I don't think Tom. Did Tom speak Spanish? I don't think Tom spoke Spanish.
No, Tom didn't speak Spanish.
Yeah, Chigurh, yeah. Yeah, you know, the jazz scene. The jazz scene's quite, it's okay. It's
quite loud.
It's quite good. It's quite good that, well, the jazz itself, whatever, but I'm not a big jazz guy. But
well, it was again showing him how manipulative he can be, isn't it? Because he actually answered a question right when he went to school, because he was right. He just didn't continue his education there. He continued his education elsewhere.
Oh yeah, no, but I think that was just because he was just fucking about. He was never not going to kill him.
Yeah, but he gave him hope, didn't he? And that's being manipulative as well.
Yeah. He's a monster. Yeah. But that was, yeah.
He knew what he was going to do.
That was pretty well done because I think initially watching the film, I think you actually, all the way through, you genuinely think, oh, they've actually just stopped for a drink.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought.
It's hard because once you've watched it before and then you go, oh, of course, yeah, of course he's part of it. You know that. But I think at the time, when you first watch it, maybe you figure out, but you actually just think they're having just a nice little chat. Or maybe they might kill someone else. Maybe Tom's there to kill someone else. So he's just waiting for someone else to pop in. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's my target. Oh, thanks for the chat. You know, really appreciate it. Pretty stylish, Michael Mann. Very stylish director.
Slick.
Oh, that's noisy. I've got here actually. So this is one of the first major films to be shot with a digital camera.
Oh,
so this allowed the night shots without the need for additional lighting.
Okay. Sometimes when Jamie was driving, you could it kind of wobbled a good bit. Did you notice that at times? There was like a wobble.
Oh yeah, it was
very quickly.
Camera's on the old dolly, isn't it? Or whatever it's on the crane.
I noticed that.
But I think that's all part of it. Well, that's not part of it. That microphone wobbling now is definitely not part of this experience. But I think Michael Mann knows what he's doing. I think he does. I think he would have included the wobble on purpose. But yeah, it's Michael Mann. It looks very nice. This whole neo-noir, it's LA, and Tom Cruise talks about LA, doesn't he, a little bit. When he first gets in, he goes, oh yeah, this place is a fucking shithole. And he's not far off.
How many people, million people, 6 million or something?
A lot. Sorry for all the people who live in LA. It's I've been a few times, it's fucking rough. It's a rough place.
I've never been.
Rough for many reasons.
Is it kind of like, remember that street that we walked along in Athens? I can imagine maybe like that.
Well, yeah.
Jesus.
Maybe I should tell them. Oh no, it's LA. It's the beaches are nice. There's lots in LA. There's lots in California. Very nice. LA, just not a big fan. So,
what about downtown?
So when I come over to promote my book or my TV show in the future, easy, steady. Everyone's allowed an opinion. So please, everyone, just take it easy. When I meet the Kardashians, for example, and they invite me into, God, can you imagine?
I can't imagine you've ever been in a company of the Kardashians.
No wonder fucking Kanye lost his fucking mind.
Well, to be fair, I'm sure where they live is very pleasant.
Who's that?
I'm sure where they live is very pleasant.
Oh, well, the thing with LA is that everyone who's, the rich and famous, they oversee the unpleasantness below and go, oh God, it looks pretty bad down there. Another cocktail, eh?
Yes.
Yes, please, Kendall. Yeah. That's one of them, isn't it?
Kendall. I don't think Kendall will be getting a cocktail. I think it'll be their maids.
Oh, right.
They'll be ringing a bell.
Oh. One of them's called Kendall, though, isn't
Yes, Kendall. Yeah.
it? I wonder if Caitlin ever goes over still.
Caitlin.
They sort of fell out, didn't they?
Who's that?
You know, Caitlin used to be called Bruce.
The dad.
Yeah, now the mother. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
What's the mother's name? Chris.
Oh, I don't know. God,
I'm not down with the Kardashians, anyways, and I'll never be in their
I'm
company.
sure it begins with fucking K. Yeah.
Yes, of course it does.
Yeah.
Chris, I think it is. Chris
Look,
Jenner.
a fair play to the Kardashians. Holy shit.
Jesus.
Good for them.
Good on you,
well
Kim.
done.
Good on you doing that video.
Sell your daughter's sex tape and make yourself multi-billionaires. Fuck me.
Right, so what about that scene at Fever? We have to talk about the scene on Fever, the nightclub.
I'm sort of now getting. Remember, I said on the intro episode, I was like, "God, we actually talked about a film for an hour, but how do we do it?" Like, I thought when you get into it, like you can talk about it a little bit.
It depends if it's a good film or not.
No, we're not bringing back the film.
The camera's not there, Ben. Don't worry about it.
I just went to wave at the camera. It's not there. No, we're not bringing back film flowers. But yeah, it's.
We're not bringing back film flowers.
No, it's
this is a pleasant movie to speak about.
Yes,
to be fair.
yes, but it's
got its positives.
It's worth
negatives.
having included, isn't it? It's worth having included. It can be fun, and time's dragging. The nightclub scene, yes. Oh yeah. Oh well, the banshee was screaming, wasn't she?
Oh, she was
screaming.
She was screaming.
Holy shit!
What? I can't believe it.
Why has he not moved from the table?
So the target. So it's all kicking off. It's a typical nightclub. Everybody, you can't even sip a drink in peace because it's so busy. It's heaving. The music is pounding. You've got these dickheads. Everyone's
they
split
were
up.
the days.
Everyone's split up, pushing up against each other. And there's this table at the end of the room surrounded by 101 security guards or bouncers. I don't know who they are.
I was confused. So they
must have been because they were protecting. Yeah, they were
I was
protecting him.
confused as to who they were.
He was kill number 4 on the list, I believe, or 3 or 4.
There was, I don't know, was there 5 or 6?
There was 5.
So he'd have been 4th.
He was the 4th, so he was kill number 4 on the list. And by God, all this shooting went on. Everybody was running around, and this fat fuck was just sat.
Now we are fitness podcast.
At his table.
Fiona, be
Sorry,
mindful.
this guy was just sat at the table, not moving. Shots are being fired everywhere, and he's just sitting there waiting. What's he waiting for? Get up, run, go.
Well,
you obviously know you're the target.
It's very busy. He's having a nice time.
Everyone's running towards you
with his ladies and stuff. Well, he can't. I guess
they don't move either.
No, but I guess you can't see it. It is pretty frantic because you can't see what's going on. So Tom is making his way through the crowd. And you sort of think, oh, this is a bit silly, isn't it? He's just breaking people's necks and breaking people's legs. And like,
in front of everybody.
Yeah, I know. But when you actually think about it, in that setting...
Well, if someone was getting their neck broke beside me...
Pretty much,
Ken,
yeah, exactly.
no.
Pretty much every night out, if someone broke Tom's neck in front of me, I'd be like, oh, yeah, God, he's having a good time. Whoa! I wouldn't have a fucking clue. Oh, mate, we're going for a cig. God, he's not getting up. What's going on? No idea. I'd have absolutely no idea.
What do you have? Stained red teeth?
Sorry?
Red wine.
Oh, that's right. The pre-drinks, yeah. People don't know who the Thomas is. We'll get into that another time. Just fine gentleman. Yeah. So it seems stupid and doesn't seem plausible. But maybe everyone's pissed and it's very very frantic. There's people shooting. There's everyone running. Everyone's running. They're running. Nightclub, very busy. Yeah. Okay. And again, looks pretty stylish. Nicely shot. But yeah, maybe he should have bolted from the table. But
I think so.
You have to allow it, don't you? You have to allow it. Like we get past.
Well, he's got 20 bodyguards, doesn't he? So he's probably thinking, "Oh, they'll protect me."
Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you have to allow this silliness, don't you? You have to allow the nitpicks in certain films.
Should have brought the banshee out for this section.
Right? Yeah, no, she's fine in the house. So you get the same stuff, don't you, as well? Because you get the same cliche after this when they have the crash. They're not. No one's got a seatbelt on, but no one's scratched. Get away with that.
He's got a little bit of facial marking.
He's had a few markings, yeah. And then you have the phone, don't you? The cliche.
Of course, it's going dead.
I sort of thought about this. These old phones. I'm pretty like these phones.
They lasted weeks.
You charge them like once a year.
Yeah.
So of course, the yearly charge is up. Oh,
it was a flip phone though, because I do remember those flip phones. They weren't that great with memory, with charge. Right. It was a good old Nokia 3310s. You could play Snake for years, and you'd still have a life in your battery.
So these were a bit more high tech.
Yes.
For 2004.
Oh, the flip ones, yeah.
So the battery didn't last a year; it lasted 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there you go then. Yeah. Jamie, just keep your phone charged. Idiot.
Well, he robbed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he stopped it off a stander by in the street and then he pointed the gun at him, remember?
Of course, that's right, yes, yes. Well, idiot.
Yeah, twat.
Yeah.
Absolute twat.
And that's
the train.
That's your lot, isn't it, really?
Well,
give or
the
take?
train. First of all, those doors. So he didn't know which train to get. And then the door was closing and he made a run for it. And he jumped on the back of the train and he got in through those doors at the very front of the carriages.
Yeah.
They're locked. So he wouldn't have got in. He would have had to bash that door. I'm sorry. But you know.
How do you know?
Because they're locked.
How do you know they're locked?
They're locked for safety regulations. And plus that's what the
How do you
trivia
know?
said on the
How do you know?
IMDb.
Yeah, but how do you know?
That's what the trivia said.
Right. Okay.
And well, that's actually the goose.
Oh, so the trivia was giving you nitpicks?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah, anyways. They're standing directly in front of each other.
Yeah, but the lights, it was dark, I couldn't see.
And Tom is an experienced assassin with, I think, 6 years in his current business. But yet Jamie, who's probably never held a gun in his whole fucking life, shot him.
Well, it was a bit...
Shots firing everywhere.
I know Tom's tired and he's probably shocked because he's been shot in the ear or whatever. So he's not
It's
working
off his game.
he's not working at full capacity. So it's a bit silly from Tom. Maybe do
just had a fall as well.
Do some sort of knee. He fell over. Maybe do a knee slide. Drop down low. Yeah, not the best from Tom, but he'd had a long night. So
did Jamie. God love him. He was just after having a horrific car crash as well, might I add.
Right? Yes.
He's not used to that. Bless his little cotton
he was
socks.
protecting Jada, wasn't he? Yeah, a little bit. But then again, I don't know I don't know how they could have shot that differently, really. With the lights going out because they went under a tunnel or whatever. That's probably as good as they could get it. Because if they didn't have the light off, then it would be even more stupid, wouldn't it? Because then Tom could see Jamie and just be like, it would look even more stupid, wouldn't it? Because if he could see him and the light was on, then you go, fucking hell, Tom, really?
I suppose.
You're not even trying to move. You're not even go around the court. Like, you're not trying to do something different. You've just been allowed to be shot with the light on. It's a bit silly. Well, what have you done? Didn't explain that very well, but you see what I mean?
I get it.
Like the light, it was, again,
I get
that's
it.
the only way to do it. But again, I don't think I really appreciate it as such because I was just trying to get it watched. Bedtime was approaching. The Banshee was fucking just relentless. So that end scene as well with Tom dying, phenomenal. I think that
Well,
again,
it's how it started, isn't it? When he got in and saying, you could be dead on the tube or
how long?
metro.
Yeah, would you even know?
For 6 hours, and then he was just left on the tube.
Really good, actually.
I didn't like the end, and I wanted a bit more from it. And I don't know what I wanted
what did
more
you
of.
want?
I don't know.
Well, please.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know what I wanted. I just thought, it's over. Okay.
Well, probably because of the way it panned out with the shooting and Tom getting shot. Maybe because
think I
that
kinda wanted to know-
wasn't as satisfying. The actual ending of Tom dying was like, okay.
I think I kind of wanted to see a bit more of what happened with Jamie, I suppose. What did he do next?
Well, to be fair, he's still in a bit of trouble because
Yeah,
he's handcuffed a cop. He's got the body to
Threatened to have a
explain.
gun.
He's got a lot to explain.
Well, he was
So,
saving somebody.
I'm not sure that old limo business is going to be getting off the ground anytime soon. I think he's probably going to prison.
Probably. Probably not, though, because everything was done under duress.
Yeah, I know he's got to prove it.
Well, yeah.
Ruffalo figured it out, but he got shot. So
Did he die, though? Because there was
I
talk.
assume so.
Your man said, my feet are cold. Your man said that he died, but how did you know he died?
Well, Tom's a pretty good fucking shot, isn't he? Did
true.
Ruffalo not get a double in the chest and the head like the other guys did?
No, I thought he got lower and then upper.
Right. Again, Tom, like you dropped the ball. Why have you not just capped Jada straight away? Why was she the only one you didn't cap straight away?
Well, he
you
was scoping out the building, wasn't he?
No, but he found her. He found her, and there's a good 5 seconds where she crawls back and goes, "Oh God!" No, Tom, you
But
found
he was
her.
in her building at the beginning.
No, what are you talking about?
He
I'm
was
talking
in-
about when he finds Jada.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
But there was in the very beginning of the film. Why was he in the building scoping out? Why not just wait for her and kill her then? He was in the building. She was going up the stairs.
He must have. He's just arrived, isn't he? It just so happens
no,
that
he was scoping out the building. That's what Jamie said. Oh, I picked him up at your building. He must have been scoping the building out.
was he?
Yeah.
Are you sure? He
Yes.
hadn't just arrived at that spot.
No, it was a big building.
Right, but I mean, right, okay. Well, why ever he's there, but just Tom, double shot, chest, head. She's done. Why have you delayed? Everyone else, it was instant. There was no fucking about. But of course, Jada, you have to delay. Let Jamie Foxx come in.
How did he get there so
Shoot
quick?
Jamie Foxx.
He was in a car park
I know
across
you
the
two
road.
have kind of got this relationship, but just shoot him.
And all those stairs, he's getting his knee in. Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, no,
there you
no, sorry. The lifts were working even though there was no electricity.
Well, it's a backup generator.
Strange.
But
Then why'd all the lights go
yeah,
out?
no, Tom, just get it done. And if you see Jamie, like we've moved on, haven't you? Like you're like, oh, is that you? What's his name? What was Jamie Foxx's character?
Max.
Yeah, like Max. No, Tom, you're an assassin. You're a Terminator. Like, just
do it. Do what you got to do, mate.
We've moved on from Jamie Foxx. Just shoot him. Whoever it is, just don't even think about it. Don't go look, like he sort of looks and squints and goes, Max, no, double shot.
He's probably thinking, how the fuck did you get here, mate?
He drops the ball a little bit with his actions at the end. He should have got rid of Jada instantly, and whoever it was, even if it was his fucking mum, double shot, bang. Doesn't matter. You're there to do the job. Doesn't matter who that is. You wouldn't hesitate because that person, Jamie Foxx, could have a gun. It could be a police officer. No, Tom, get it done.
Yep.
Shame. But the ending of Tom dying, I think it's just phenomenal again. Really good stuff from Tom. Okay. Really good stuff. Very subtle. Didn't milk it. Didn't collapse to the floor. Didn't do any of that shit. Didn't milk the ending.
Just head down.
Just sat down. Mentioned to Jamie about how long until they notice.
Was that what he said? I missed that because...
and then just puts his head down. Really, really good, actually. Very impressed.
Good
stuff.
Excellent.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay, well, on that note, we'll leave on a positive note because my toes are starting to get frostbite.
Oh, gosh, yeah, well, that was just a fucking mess, wasn't it? Unfortunately. The review was okay, I think, maybe, but again, just camera, it's freezing. But it's episode 1, technically. As I said, we need to do another 99 before it starts to get good. So I'll finish on I've read around the world and
I've got a case file to recommend, Ben.
Oh, fucking hell. Right. Sorry. True crime, because we've got to fit that in as well. A lot to fit in. True crime. This is an hour and a half. Got to edit this.
So I am currently listening to case number 271, Bonnie Clark, on case file True Crime.
Okay.
Not my usual. I haven't finished it because I've had a very busy week, but I've listened to half of it.
Right.
About a young girl who was murdered in her home, and prime suspect is her mother.
Oh.
And police have literally put out all the evidence on the mother, even though there is no evidence that it was her. But new information has now come to light 20 years later. And I'm just waiting to find out about that. So it's quite good. I kind of know how it's going to end, how I feel it's going to end, that it was actually a lodger who was staying in the mother's house, which police didn't investigate.
No,
because there
Fiona, sorry,
I'm assuming,
you're
Ben.
literally ruining it for everyone who hasn't listened to it. Okay.
I'm assuming, Ben. I don't know. I haven't listened to it.
Okay. Right.
So I'm assuming that's going to be what's happening.
Okay. We'll probably work.
And the mother will be cleared.
We'll work on those true crime recommendations, shall we?
Well, yeah. It's not my usual one. I don't really like the ones where kids get killed.
Right.
I usually like when people are murdered and all of that, not like kids.
Yes. So you've listened to half a podcast on true crime this week.
Yes.
Right.
I have been very busy, Ben, doing the overtime.
Hey, we're all
very
busy. Hey, girl.
Yeah, very
I've
busy.
just realised that light is terrible.
Yeah,
oh no,
you moved it.
Oh, that's
out.
right. Yeah. Oh, and the camera's
right.
on.
Go around the world. Will you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, the true crime. Yeah, we'll work on that. But yes. So what was that again? For one more time for them.
Current case. Case number 271, Bonnie Clark.
On the
case file True Crime.
Okay. And you'd recommend that podcast, would you?
Yeah, I would. Okay. But I kind of know where it's going, so probably not. I don't like where I know where it's going. I like a little bit of surprise, suspense,
and just
mystery.
try not to ruin it for everyone else. Yeah.
And a few bit more murders.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear.
Torture.
I'm excited to hear what your one next week will be. Very excited.
I have to finish this one first. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Around
That's
the world,
great.
Ben. Aye.
I've read around the world, and I actually reread this week. So it's not one that I read in Cambodia, or this is just one I read this week. I was like, actually, do you know what? Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay, so this is from an article called 6 Harsh Truths That Will Make You a Better Person.
Is this what you read?
Oh, I read a lot of stuff.
I thought you were on about a book.
No, this is an article.
Okay,
it might be a book, it might be a podcast. This is an article.
Okay.
So I'll give more than one next time, but we're finishing off.
Time depending.
Remember, misery is comfortable. It's why so many people prefer it. Happiness takes effort. Also, courage. It's incredibly comforting to know that as long as you don't create anything in your life, then nobody can attack the thing you created. It's so much easier just to sit back and criticize other people's creations. You know? This movie is stupid. That couple's kids are brats. That other couple's relationship is a mess. That rich guy is shallow. This restaurant sucks. This internet writer is an arsehole. I better leave a mean comment demanding that the website fire him. Oh wait, did I forget to mention the part? Yeah, whatever you try and build and create, be it a poem or a new skill or a new relationship, you will find yourself immediately surrounded by non-creators who trash it. Maybe not to your face, but they do it. Your drunk friends do not want you to get sober. Your fat friends do not want you to start a fitness regime. Your jobless friends do not want you to see you embark on a career. There's more to it, but...
I get the gist.
What do you think of that?
Very interesting, Ben. Yes, very true.
Well, it's very...
It's true. Misery's easy.
Yeah,
Happiness
it
is
is.
hard.
You have to work
Courage is
hard.
harder.
And it we mentioned the fitness bit there.
Yep.
And you have to remember that as well when trying to make a change to your health and trying to push you from the pools of life.
To have a very supportive network system.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. You have to almost change your identity under certain circumstances. Because it's difficult, isn't it? If your partner or your friends, it's all well and good. Enjoy your drinks. Have a lovely weekend. Don't get rid of it. I'm not saying that, but it's tough. It's difficult. If you're saying to your partner, right, I'm going to, start trying to make a difference to my health a little bit. Not nothing too drastic, but I might start trying to meal prep a little bit. Oh, maybe we'll just, instead of 4 takeaways, we'll reduce that slightly. And they're like, no. Like, oh dear. Oh God, you become one of these health freaks, have you? Oh God. Oh well, I'm not doing that. Difficult. Same with the friends. Oh, I'll come for...
Fancy a bottle of wine tonight, babes?
Yeah. Look, I'll come for drinks this week. But I'll probably just have 1 or 2. I might drive. I'll still come out. Ugh. What's going on? Oh, what, you teetotal now? No, I'm just be a bit more mindful of my alcohol consumption. Oh God, how boring.
Right, well, on that then.
It's tough, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I need to get my 10K in today, though. So time's ticking.
Yeah, same. Yeah, for me, the whole criticising other people's creations. I'm not criticising other people's creations as such, but I'm not doing the thing. And I'm spending my time looking at what people are doing going, ugh, I could do that so much better than you. So here I am, trying to do the thing.
But it's also not doing the thing.
I'm doing the thing. The camera turned off after 20 minutes, but I've still done the thing. We still didn't sack it off.
Well done,
I'm
Ben.
proud of myself.
Yeah, well done to all involved.
God, that was long, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We're shorting it down for the next one.
What's the highlight of the show been for you this week?
Well, I think this show is pretty all-encompassing, isn't it? There's a lot going on. It's too long, but the fitness stuff, you got a bit of film, the true crime, well, that's probably the weakest part of the show, but we'll work on it. And you've just got that bombshell at the end. That lovely nugget I've just given people.
I think my favourite part of the show was you recognising that you're going bald.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Well, we can't see that because the camera...
Oh, don't worry.
The camera cut off literally on that point. So.
Download the app.
Okay.
And you'll see it on those videos.
What I'll do is I'll get my scroll out and I'll make a list of all the things that
Nobody asked you to do that.
I find that's wrong with you. And we'll start the show off next week with, okay, Fiona, I've got 442 points here.
Well, I'll have 500.
If I could just rattle through these quickly, and then we'll get on with the show.
Yeah, I'll have 500, Ben.
Thanks, everyone. Keep pushing your health from the pools of life. That's what we're doing here. If you have got a rotten attitude to exercise and dieting or nutrition, reach out. Compliment your cake. If you live in Kent, hey, maybe you can come be trained with me. God. Oh, I need to work on this.
Come train with me, baby.
Come train with me, face to face. We can go for actual physical cake. We can meet up, have a chat about your health. I'm there. We'll work on this, as time goes on. But another 99 to go before we get good at this. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Thank
How
you.
do I end the show? What would you recommend? The tagline or embrace your rotten attitude, or what do you think? I would actually.
You're going to go.
No, that's other stuff.
Oh no! I said this last week too.
I was going to make it a thing that I was going to get up and start wiggling my ass like I did last time, but the camera's off. So.
Yes. Just like find me at Pushpull Health.
Oh, pushpullhealth.com. Instagram, Pushpull Health. Facebook, Pushpull Health.
And what do you do at Pushpull Health?
Twitter, I had to remake a Twitter account this week because I couldn't get onto the old one. So I'm Ben Pushpull Health.
Hello, Ben Pushpull Health.
Yeah, haven't posted anything yet on it, but I will.
Coach
get
Ben.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you. Let's go warm up.
Embrace your rotten attitude.
Push your health from the pulse of life.
And that.
Fuck me. Fuck.